good morning. Okay.
We can't hear you, Khenpo.
Oh, really? How is it? Can you hear me? How is it now? Can you hear you? I think everybody's hearing it, maybe. Now, how? Yeah, I think others is all hearing it. Okay. Can you hear you? I think she had maybe some problem. Oh, okay, good, good. Now you can hear it. Okay, we can start it, right? Today, I'm going to talk about full abundance. Use terms for abundance, um, which is two causes and a two result, in order to make meaningful in our life. And one, um, the causes is that it's a Dharma, and the result will be liberation. And then um, another cause is that we called wealth. Result will be desire. All says happiness. And Dharma is the principle here. Then the wealth and so forth. I'm going to explain further what is mean those um, topics. And so the Dharma is a Dharma of realization, Dharma of scriptures. And that's usually you heard many times. I always talking about it. This all relate to the Dharma, of course. And practice Dharma is that we should study about teaching of the Buddha and other as masters, uh, and like Nagarjuna and Shantideva, like Indian great masters, and of course in the Tibetans over 1,000 years, and in these days, and in the West and so forth, they're all talking about the nature of reality, right? Relative reality and absolute reality, and so forth. They just we already know glimpse of those things, and avoid as negative actions, and cultivate it loving kindness and compassion if you can. Cultivate it Bodhicitta, and particularly try to understand the fundamental nature of reality, and avoid kleshas, and avoid harmful actions. And then the goal is that ultimate happiness. Sometimes we use that the liberation. Right? That's just, not only in these lives, it's long term. It's um, yeah, that's just the kind of ultimate goal related to Dharma teachings. And then temporary, we say happiness, is related to the desire. To fulfill our desire, then wealth is important. That's why in the Dharma teachings it's described full abundance. And the material wealth, we know that it's important. But material wealth, accord with Dharma, some sort of we should manage, right? And use wisely, then it will be very, very helpful. Without Dharmic view of material wealth, of course it's helpful, but sometimes it could be harmful. With a Dharmic view, then material wealth is more beneficial. And here it says it's a desire. That we are living in desire world. We are the desirable being, right? And everybody has a desire or some sort of attachment to the things. Our body needs food, our body needs water and shelter and so forth, right? And those wealth and it's fulfilled our mind. If we have something, then it fulfilled our mind. It brings kind of temporary happiness, satisfaction. And also, if our mind is not trained, like a contentment, for example, our mind is a too greedy, too strong attachment, or feeding too much our desire, then it will be kind of devastated. And then material wealth cannot fulfilled completely. And a lot of people have that problems when they have wants, of course, wants happiness, right? Or certain material wealth fulfilled, but it won't fulfill it completely. If your mind is too greedy, strongly attached the things, as I mentioned, generally everybody has a desire, but the desire it brings kind of temporary happiness, but too much the desire will brings troubles. That's why I'm emphasize to begin those things accord with Dharma. As Dharma teachings describing that we are living, this the world. It's we as kind of guest, very short period of time. Life is always changing. Not only our life, it's every phenomena that causes conditions involved. It won't stay forever. Thinking about those topics of the Dharma, it cut off the too much kind of grasping. At the same time, this wealth, the cost of temporary happiness, can serve of kind of helping, um, kind of, 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 helping, and our desirable mind. And yeah, that's just one thing. Another thing, um, and in the Dharma teachings, described liberation. And that's uh, as Dharma practitioners, we should have to have some ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is completely liberated, free from attachment, right? Even temporary happiness, that general, be encouraged as Dharma teachings. We need it. We are living that kind of the world. It's a necessity. But it's always change. We can't completely rely on that reality. Then, what we need here, saying that we need ultimate happiness. That's related to liberation. It's not related to the wealth, right? Wealth cannot bring, the wealth, material wealth, cannot bring the liberations. It will feed in our desire, and it brings satisfaction or pleasure, and that means some sort of happiness. That happiness is temporary. It comes and goes. It's not stable. And that desire, if you too much feeding it, means strengthening, it can be turned to the suffering. And then says that as Dharma practitioners, the seeking ultimate goal is that liberation. Liberated, free from the greedy kleshas or attachment. And this is as Dharma practitioners, sometimes we should kind of a little bit test it, right? Or just analyze, examine it, how we have troubles experiencing and a struggle in of a life, something, and anything. It always, this fundamentally in the Dharma teaching saying that we kind of grasping something. That's why we are trapped in the samsara, carrying baggage. These things, or whatever we clinging, holding on something, it's become a baggage. We can't walk freely, right? And then here says is that kind of letting go, right? Letting go practice. And that doesn't mean abandon everything, just less attachment. And if you have that kind of experience, then you can experience a glimpse of liberation. One they use this method, I think you heard many times in the Mahayana Buddhism, sublessness and emptiness. Once we think as I exist, the service exists, then we hold it on something, right? Me and mine. The first holder is me. Then we grasping something, this is mine. And here says that me is refabricated. This is the Dharma here. And I'm not talking about how we feel it, how we usually, the view of the self. But here we are talking about, how the view of the self, perspective of the Dharma teachings, how Buddha, as a great bodhisattvas, great teachers described. And those teachings, we don't have to blame faith with those teachings. And here said that use our intelligence, should investigate it, examine it, then we will see the truth. There is no permanent, single, truly exist the self that from birth until now just wants something. Sometimes we call it that's me as a body. Body is also there's no one thing. And this way we are reducing, grasping the self. It's root of the lost troubles. First, that's me, then anger is rising, hatred is rising, and all kleshas are rising within there. To understanding the selflessness is wisdom, right? Yeah, according to Dharma teachings, the wisdom is to realize selflessness. That's where we can feel it, the real ultimate happiness. And it brings kind of sense of relaxed and liberation within and ourselves. We are not just changing something. It's just seeing what it is. And here is not accepting, rejecting anything, right? Just simply understand what it is. And then here's the selflessness is reality. And to understand this, it's just not spontaneously, boom, we just get it something. And so there's, in this Dharma history, some student has a lot of merit, accumulated a lot of merit. It's not only in these lifetimes, many lives, and a good fortune, made a great Mahasiddha teachers, and the profound teachings. Lots of circumstances occur, maybe short period of time. Students or individual realize selflessness or nature of the mind, whatever we called, easily. But most people, we have to go through, like education, right? Have to go through many steps to gain this realization. Then this method is that we have to use our intelligence, particularly human. We do have special, according to Dharma teachings, to being just human has a lot capabilities. And we see it. If you really look at in the world, there's limitless beings, insects. They're the same as the humans. They're born here, live a little while, and then pass it away. It's a living sentient being. But compared to those animals and insects and the human beings, we conquered the world, if you look at it. That means that human being has a special the way of thinking, capabilities. And this all relate to a lot of cause conditions. And that intelligent we should use. Buddha, he encouraged us use our intelligence, try to understand the sublessness. And all other philosophies, they believe the permanent self exists, and that the permanent self before the Buddha, right? The liberation has many different ways of describing. There's self, and then very powerful beings. If we're pleasing them, they may be granted, we can liberate it, free from suffering. Buddha is saying that no, that's not way of this reality. Reality here, there is no one has power to do this. Even Buddha himself can't grant it ultimate happiness for all sentient beings. Or he can't transmit his realization, his knowledge to other sentient beings like us. He says that he has power to show the path. The liberation is up to individuals. And here, liberation means we should liberate the self. What we hold on something is not there. We are not talking about a relative, the self that's related to the five aggregates. All put it together, sense of relative, the self exists relatively. But we are talking about ultimate, something we hold on, the same as birth into now, that me, nothing changed, right? Sense of me is just one. And based on this kind of misperceptions, unnecessary carrying bad experience, it's cost of the suffering, destroying our inner peace. It's a disease of the mind, and disease of mind affect in our body, tight, tense, and problems, right? So, as Dharma practitioners, we should get rid of this kind of experience. Then, try to realize the sublessness. And the idea is that sublessness, there is no permanent, truly exist self, and use our intelligence, investigate it, look at the body. If you think it's me, usually we do. That's me, right? We see our body, that's me. Sometimes our name is someone calling the name, it's me. Sometimes we think it's, family members, friends, possessing things. Whatever we claiming it's me, it's just becoming me. There's no ultimate something there, me, or the self. And so, and the liberation, if you realize the sublessness, then it's a liberation that's already here within in our mind. Fundamentally, our mind is nothing wrong. It's like space. It's never ever affected by clouds or weather or air pollutions. It's always pure, right? Clean. Or we can say clean. Even unclean and clean is not there either. It's similar, our mind. seeing our mind as like a space. In Dharma teachings described. And if you see this way, then experience it, liberation. Your mind is not attached to anything or tied to anything. When your mind is tied to something, particularly outside of the body, it brings troubles. You're freed of this attachment, right? And then you will experience it, that. And that way we can experience the ultimate happiness that's related to the fundamental nature of reality. No one created. That is the ultimate goal. Some point we call it liberation, right? It's related to the Dharma. Dharma realization. To realize that the level of reality. Okay. Then another using Dharma, emptiness of phenomena. In the Madhyamakas, we use another technique that whatever we believe there is something exist. In Dharma teachings, in the Madhyamakas, you can see in Heart Sutta, if you read it, it says that there is no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongues, no body, no mind. And whatever we clinging something, it truly exists. To cut off that clinging, use analysis and to investigate it, that object, and the seeing as emptiness. And in the Dharma teachings, saying that there's no such truly exist there. Anything. It's all just labored. It's pretty much related to the perceiver's opinions. There is nothing common for all sentient beings seeing something. I see something, but others has different opinions. As human beings, we see something, then other type of animals, they see other thing. The truth, it doesn't affect by the number of people, some opinions. Even 100 people see something, that doesn't mean seeing the truth of the reality. Even all human beings, we see something, that doesn't mean that is a reality. But commonly, that's how we move, how we go with it. Even says this, all sentient beings, the samsaric sentient beings, we agree something, that doesn't mean that is ultimate reality. And it's when we become awakened ones, then has different opinions on this reality. And we are living in the samsara, influenced by our karma and kleshas. Then we see something, we can experience something similar. It's not completely related to the truth of the reality. it's pretty much related to one's own mental perceptions. As long as influenced by our mind, karma, and kleshas, that's how we experience it. And then that the mental afflictions, if we feeding it, right, like a desire at the beginning, and then those mental afflict emotions become stronger and stronger, and then we will have problems. Even try to fix that problem, fulfilled something, is never fulfilled completely. Oh, I want this. Maybe a little while you can feel it, experience it, and it builds similar strong habitual patterns. Need bigger, better, whatever we called, and endless. And it become an empty mind, never ever completely fulfilled. And if that kind of patterns developed very strongly, we will have big problem. To cut off this, it's a Dharma realization, right? Dharma realization is a necessity. And in the later Dharma teachings, saying that emptiness is very important. Understanding the reality, right? And then says this, like the glass of water, the glass is has many parts put together. Upper part is not lower part is not upper part, left side is not right side is not left. There's not one something there. The one, it's a just we fabricated, we made up. It's related to the concept human that we created. And then, is there something? And some Buddhist philosophers saying that, there is something, otherwise how this appears. Chiramati school saying that it's all related to the mind. And other schools saying that not only mind, there is something. The partless particle, you can't break it down further. The subtle particles, partless particle, that's its ultimate. This is the foundation to build these things. Madhyamaka saying that even partless particle, if you're breaking down further, you can't find such truly exist there. It becomes space. If you go further, then use terms emptiness. Sometimes using emptiness, union of emptiness appearances. It appears something, but at the same time, it's empty, not truly exist. Fundamental of this reality is nothing truly exists there, as particles, as light, as mind, as anything. Therefore, it appears anything. It allows anything. And possibilities. It's a very interesting things, right? One small things can affect big something. That's related to the karma, right? Even small karma could be affect a positive and negative karma. Both has ability to big thing brings big result something. in the Dharma teaching saying that don't ignore bad karma or think, oh, that's a small something, won't hurt. And also, oh, this is small, positive karma, it won't be much beneficial something. It could be a small seed. It's become a big tree, right? Similar. Big tree can make has thousands of matches. One match can burn thousands, trees. Yeah, this is the kind of, and um, if wind comes something, the trees, one trees can help and others stop wind, right? If fires comes, then this one tree is becoming the enemy of others, feeding more fire. This is all interdependence, what I'm talking about. There's no such something there. The phenomena is all interdependently, yeah, could be it's positive and the negative effect. This relative reality. In absolute, there is no such truly exist there. As Dharma practitioners, as a relative, we have to go with this, the relative reality. Cause and effect. We shouldn't ignore it. We can't ignore it, this reality. Then, and also, as Dharma practitioners, we should try to understand the ultimate reality. And it brings, very pleasure and happiness. And when you have that experience, then you can see, oh, this is a really human necessity. Human life, that makes your meaningful life. Okay, I think it's something like that today. If you have any questions, please raise hand and we can talk further here. Okay. Aligning stars. Sometimes it's used as an impermanent example. Sometimes it's used, appears something is not truly exist. Sometimes we think something is there, but it's not. It's effect as long as we are dreaming, the dream effect. When we wake up, then it disappears. And from Dharma point of view, to understand that level of reality is important. Every phenomena is like a dream. While we are dreaming, we don't see it's not real. Whatever you are dreaming, it's just truly exist. It brings hope, it brings fear, it brings pleasure, it brings painful, and everything. At the same time, it's never born, it's never occurring anything, but you are dreaming. And large dharmic view is exactly the same thing. Maybe it takes a little while to understand this, but sometimes it's very, very helpful. And our normal experience, we think it's real, right? Solid, it truly exists something. And it's a projection of our habitual patterns. And from ultimate point of view, it's never born, never arise, it's never remained, it never ceased. And using example like a space, right? It doesn't matter, whatever occur, it never change anything. It just appears that way. Sometimes clouds covered like sun. It's it's just only for us, but not space point of view. It's just for us and similar. But when we influenced by our karma and kleshas, this then it's something appears. There's born, there's rising, there's ceasing, and everything exists. When we influenced by sleep and some habitual patterns, the dream is arising and it is happening and then cease. That according to our own experience, but not reality. Reality, whatever in the dreaming, is never born. Therefore, it's not remained. When it disappears, never disappeared because it's never born. Sometimes, careful think about it. You can see a glimpse of this. We have two different worlds. Day world and the night is the dream world. Someone who has high realization, they see exactly the same. One is a little bit thicker, seemingly it's a little longer, it's real. Other is it's not real because it's short, it disappears. And yeah, it's exactly the same from Dharma point of view. Okay, Lenora.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Opinions. That doesn't as means that all, even you know, all sentient beings agree something. That doesn't mean the reality. That's reality. That's reality. That's all sentient beings, right? And and here, from Dharma point of view, God is exist. Not just only one God, the creating something, everything. That's Buddha. He disagree. The Hindu, I think, all other major religion, those came later. Hindu is before Buddhist, over 2,500 years before that. It has this concept too. And a very powerful being, the God, and creating everything. And our happiness and sadness or whatever circumstances that depend on that creator, right? And the liberation is depend on that. And the Buddha, he disagreed that. He's saying that in some teachings there's a God realms, like we are the human realms. There's God realms, jealous God realms, human realms. There's, we call the upper level of the beings. Then lower level of the beings, animal realms, hungry ghost realms, hell realms. There's 6 realms. And this all he see is in the samsara. And we are the traveler of these 6 realms. Sometimes go up, sometimes down, and within there. It doesn't matter where we be, then there is no beyond of the suffering. Physical and mental, some way we are trapped in here. And Um, his main teaching is that I think when you describe a fundamental natural reality, it's not related to the belief something. You don't have to believe anything, right? You see it. See it, the light. You don't have to believe it, the light. Similar, you see it, this reality, then it's a transcend of the belief systems. This is kind of ultimate reality. And that doesn't mean Buddhism denied belief. Belief is very important in the relative reality. It's a positive mental state. It gives hope. And if someone believes something, yeah, it's a one of I think mental wealth, wealth of the mind, prajna, wisdom, the compassion, loving kindness, mindfulness, meditation. This is all part of mental state from Buddhism, and it's a wealth of the mind. It's a necessity. It's a positive mental state. It's a cause of temporary happiness. And yeah, and as Buddhists and human beings, we are not always believe that's the same something. And the belief is always changing. There's not one, even say the one religion, right? If you look at it, there's not one thing. There's many. Even one organization has a different beliefs. Even one family is not just exactly the same. If you look at your rooms, and we have many things, you can see it similar, and even individual oneself from birth until now, not exactly the same. If you're just aware this morning and evening is not the same. Our change opinions and the feelings and so forth. There is no one single something. Okay, something like that. Okay, I think we can stop here, right? First. Okay, Sunday prayer. In the Buddha, Dharma, Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment through the merit produced by my practice of meditation or recitation. May all sentient beings receive benefit, attain the state of enlightenment. In the Buddha, Dharma, Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment through the merit produced by my practice of meditation or recitation. May all sentient beings receive benefit, attain the state of enlightenment. In the Buddha, Dharma, Supreme Assembly, I take refuge until attaining enlightenment through the merit produced by my practice of meditation or recitation. May all sentient beings receive benefit, attain the state of enlightenment. May all sentient beings possess happiness, the root of happiness. May they be free from suffering, the root of suffering. May they not be separate from the great happiness, the void of suffering. May they dwell in a great equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, near and far. May all sentient beings possess happiness, the root of happiness. May they be free from suffering, the root of suffering. May they not be separate from the great happiness, the void of suffering. May they dwell in a great equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, near and far. May all sentient beings possess happiness, the root of happiness. May they be free from suffering, the root of suffering. May they not be separate from the great happiness, the void of suffering. May they dwell in a great equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, near and far. Unbound emptiness and the unceasing appearances of the panda rising are the way of illusory unity in front of oneself amid oceans of clouds of offerings in space on the precious lion throne sitting on top of lotus, sun and moon is the unequal teacher, the lion of the Shakyas. He is golden color, is endowed with major manner marks. He is clothed in three Dharma robes and sit in Vajra posture. His right hand is beautifully extended in the earth-touching mudra. His left is the meditation mudra, holding a begging full filled with amrita, blazing with confidence like a mountain of gold. His wisdom like rays emanate pervaded around the space. His retinue, 8 hot suns, 16 arhats, the oceans of symbols of the noble one, form a complete circle around him. Merely recalling him, one is completely liberated from the two extremes of samsara and nirvana, and its grand, glorious, supreme bliss. Visualize him as the great embodiment of the assembly of all refuge. Through great compassion, you took birth in the realm of degenerate age of stuff. It made 500 great aspirations. By hearing your names praised like white lotus, one does no return. We posted to the compassionate many, the virtues and the riches that and others have acquired through body, speech, and mind. We offer visualizing clouds of Samanthabhara offerings, all the evil deeds and downfalls we have accumulated from beginningless time. We confess one by one with tense remorse in our hearts. We rejoice in the virtues of the noble ones and other individuals accumulated in the three times. Please continuously turn the well of profound vast Dharma in the 10 directions. Your wisdom forms like space abiding without change in the three times. However, for the benefit of disciples to show the way of birth and death, please always appear as the emanation of the Rupakaya. We dedicate all the collective virtue that we have gathered in the three times in order to benefit all beings pervading space. Dharma Raja, may this be pleasing to you, and may we attain the state of the victorious Dharma Lord. We are living in the dark age and are without protector. With kindness, please hold us with superior compassion. In this realm, a time and multiplicity of appearances of the three precious jewels are the expression of your enlightened activity. Therefore, you are the single, unequal, supreme refuge. We supplicate you from our hearts with confidence and faith. Please do not forget your former great vow. Until we attain enlightenment, please hold us joyfully with compassion. Guru, teacher, Bhagavad, Tathagata, Arhat, perfect, complete Buddha, magnificent, victorious one, Shakyamuni. I posted, offer, take refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavad, Tathagata, Arhat, perfect, complete Buddha, magnificent, victorious one, Shakyamuni. I posted, offer, take refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavad, Tathagata, Arhat, perfect, complete Buddha, magnificent, victorious one, Shakyamuni. I posted, offer, take refuge. Guru, teacher, Bhagavad, Tathagata, Arhat, perfect, complete Buddha, magnificent, victorious one, Shakyamuni. I posted, offer, take refuge. Tiado mene mene Mahamana Yesoha O mene mene Mahamana Yesoha O mene mene Mahamana Yesoha Om 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 Mene Mene Mahamana Yesoha. Imagine that a bright wisdom like rays emanated profusely from the form of the moon and clear power obscurations of oneself, all sentient beings. Contemplate that the great qualities of the path of Mahayana rise, and that you resound the beam of non-returning. By this virtue may I quickly attain the enlightenment of the Buddha. May all beings without exception be established in that state, in order to be as wise as the warrior Minjushire, and to be just like Samandabhara. I will follow your examples in all activities. I fully dedicate the entirety of such virtue to all beings. At this very moment, for the people and nation of this earth, may not even the names of disease, famine, war, and suffering be heard, but rather may pure conduct, merit, wealth, and prosperity increase, and may supreme good fortune and well-being always rise. By this merit, may all damnations, may defeat enemy wrongdoing, from the stormy waves of birth or sickness, death, from the ocean of samsara, may I free all beings. Okay, thank you. And this coming Wednesday, I'm going to practice Sadhana Shakyamuni Buddha in the Shambhala online. If you have time, please join.
What
This
time?
Wednesday, 7 to 8 in this time.
Thank you.